What are the top 5 books that every single business owner should be reading? We're going to lay them out for you right now. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. One of my favorite quotes, Thomas Jefferson famously said, "I cannot live without books." Although not a reader at all growing up, I share now his insatiable passion to learn through the printed words of wise people all over the world. Readers really do become leaders. There's no doubt about it. When we first started coaching many of our heroic business owner clients and asked them to read my book, Let Your Business Burn, Stop Putting Out Fires, Discover Purpose, and Build a Business That Matters, most would laughingly ask, and some still do, does it have pictures? Today, most of the same heroic business owners now read regularly. They're hooked primarily because they know the growth of their business, their teams, their families are all dependent on them learning. So let's walk through the 5 books that we actively read and suggest to all of our heroic business owners and entrepreneurs on a regular basis. I do want to make a note, we have no monetary affiliation with any of these books except the one I wrote, Let Your Business Burn. So let's start first with the general system. So this is what we call the general must-read book. And this is a book that every one of you should be reading if you haven't already. It's called E-Myth Revisited, and you can get the updated version. It's written by Michael Gerber, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. Gerber thoughtfully writes about Sarah, the pie shop owner, and gives you a grueling look into the long hours and low profits and late nights of an everyday entrepreneur and the myths that we buy into. Gerber brilliantly and simply lays out 3 major roles of every business owner: the manager, the technician, and the entrepreneur. A lot of times we feel like we're the entrepreneur, but in reality we're the others. Throughout the lens of Sarah's pie shop, we begin to feel an emotional connection to the entrepreneurial myth that we own the business, instead realizing that for many, the business owns us. The value of E-Myth Revisited is not necessarily to walk you step by step through an action plan of resolving the entrepreneurial myth, but instead, it kind of leaves you staring at your business and asking yourself and realizing, wow, Houston, we have a problem. In fact, the primary purpose for us even writing Let Your Business Burn in the first place was as a step-by-step roadmap solving the entrepreneurial problem that Gerber so masterfully made us aware of. The second book comes in our accounting or administrative system, and it's a must-read book by Mike Michalowicz called Profit First. Transform your business from a cash-eating monster to a money-making machine. When people drive by your business or see your wrapped vehicle on the road or come across your logos online, many have the same response: "Wow, you've got to be crushing it." Well, the reality tells us that more often than not, the owner is not necessarily crushing it, but in truth, the weight of the business that is less profitable, more in debt, and consuming more time than the heroic business owner originally dreamed of, that business is usually crushing them. The business owner notoriously wings it when it comes to their cash flow. So, in Profit First, Transform Your Business from a Cash-Eating Monster to a Money-Making Machine, Mike Michalowicz brilliantly introduces us to Parkinson's Law. It's British naval historian and author Cyril Northcote Parkinson explains that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Essentially, if a business operates out of only 1 or 2 accounts, then those accounts are like Swiss cheese. Money tends to get spent without thought because of the lump sum values that are a part of that. Starting about 3 years ago, we began moving each one of our business owner clients to this model of subdividing bank accounts. And I can promise you, because we ask, not one has regretted it. Hey, I want to encourage you, read Profit First. And if you really want to have some fun, listen to Mike read it on the audiobook. Good grief, he's hilarious. All right, the third book that I want to recommend is in our operational system. And it's this great book called Checklist Manifesto. That's right, Checklist Manifesto. It's written by Atul Gawande, and the subtitle is How to Get Things Right. Who would have thought that one of my favorite books would be a treatise on the impact of a checklist? How can a simple piece of paper or a spreadsheet do so much to save lives around the world? Well, in Checklist Manifesto, How to Get Things Right, Harvard-trained surgeon Dr. Atul Gawande simplifies the complexity of preserving human life and reveals how simple checklists, when truly trained and implemented, can lead to predictable and life-transforming outcomes over and over again. Let's work through the fourth, and that is the marketing system. This is one of my favorites. Seth Godin's This is Marketing. You can't be seen until you learn to see. This is the best marketing book I've ever read. Seth Godin is a wisdom riddler. Rarely have I heard Seth respond to a question in a way that the recipient was hoping for. I hate marketing. At least marketing as I know it. I also sobered up reading This is Marketing, realizing that my perception of marketing has been set by the loud-speaking interruption cowboys and cowgirls from the 1950s and 60s trying to sell me detergent. Soap operas. This is Marketing will retrain business owners, you and me, and their key leaders on the joy of marketing, the gift of marketing, and the responsibility of marketing. You'll leave this book washed of the 10x your business overnight grime and feel the freshness of the wide ocean of marketing opportunity that's coming in front of you. This is Marketing. You got to read it. The fifth book in our sales system could double as a marketing book. They ask, you answer. A revolutionary approach to inbound sales and content marketing in today's digital consumer. I recommend the revised and updated edition by Marcus Sheridan. I could easily include Marcus Sheridan's They Ask You Answer as a marketing must-read, but also feel like it does a great job of connecting marketing to sales. If marketing is the responsibility of serving and educating a crowd of people, then sales is the generous act of a long-term journey with individual members of that crowd in an all-out effort to see genuine life transformation through the implementation of your thoughtful product and service. This book is wildly pragmatic. It's a step-by-step playbook. It's got over 60 chapters, but all very short, and it's a great step-by-step complement to Godin's This is Marketing. This is Marketing will give you the why of marketing. Marcus Sheridan's They Ask You Answer will give you the how of marketing and then link it to the long-term implementation of that relationship, i.e. sales. One other must-have resource for your sales system, although it's not a book, make sure to check out David Nagel's Compassionate Conversion. There's no simpler framework to walk future customers and clients through to determine whether or not they're a fit for your offering and vice versa. Books are wisdom forever caught on a page, and culturally, we're in real need of long-term, durable, substantive insight into our real-life problems. Books allow us the margin to think and the agility to adventure and to explore new territories so we can bring them back to our businesses and be liberated from business chaos. Hey, we'd love to be able to serve you. We've got other book ideas as well. Head on over to mybusinessonpurpose.com, and if we can support you, if you need to speak to one of our coaches, and we'll follow up with you. We'll see you at mybusinessonpurpose.com.